Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome to this game that is inspired by historical events and characters and is a work of fiction. It is Assassin's Creed 1, which, if not for this channel, I probably wouldn't have actually gone back to playing. Also, I don't actually own a physical copy of Assassin's Creed 1, which surprises me a little bit. Like, I have physical copies of Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelation, 3, another copy of Assassin's Creed 3 but on a different system, 4, the remaster of Rogue, Origins, which I still haven't played through, Odyssey, of course, because I played that on my channel and it was amazing. I don't have physical copies of Syndicate or Unity. But that is probably, that's like around the time I just kind of dropped out of playing Assassin's Creed games entirely. But Odyssey pulled me back. I thought I was out, but Odyssey pulled me back in. And now that Valhalla has been announced, I've got the itch to play another Assassin's Creed game. And I'm definitely going to be playing Valhalla once that comes out on this channel. But for now, I feel like it's not a bad idea to jump all the way back to the beginning, all the way back to simpler times, before like the apple was really revealed for what it is, before the war between the Brotherhood and the Templar reached such peaks that it eventually would involve the discovery of Atlantis, of all things. So I'm playing it on Xbox One because I think it was available digitally as like a part of the Xbox Gold. And that's the main reason I have this version. So, here we go. Oh yeah, before we jump into it, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to record this. And by that I mean like the structure of the game. Because I remember Assassin's Creed, it definitely has repetition. It has a lot of repetition to its tasks, a lot of repetition to its travel times. Like, you're constantly going up the hill and then down the hill, and then up the hill and then down the hill. I can guarantee one thing. I do not intend to collect all of the feathers or flags or what have you that's in this game. I want to say it's flags in Assassin's Creed 1. If I see it in front of me, I will take it, but I will not look for it. I will try to do all the side missions and, like, do all the tower reveals. But the... is it flags or pennants? It's been a very long time. Like the... oh my.
I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly.
Oh,
I
jeez.
perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief, and hate increaseth knowledge.
Like, I feel it. I believe the last time I've actually played Assassin's Creed 1 was literally when it was new. So...
I can't anchor him to the memory. Too much psychological trauma. He's rejecting the retreating.
Desmond, I need you to try and relax.
I can't relax. You've hooked me up into this brain DNA machine that's searching for my ancestors' histories in my blood.
Sounded my voice. Recognize that what you're seeing isn't real. Just a picture of the past. It can't hurt you.
Damn it. It's not working.
Give it a moment.
Still, I gotta say, I do... like, even back then, you can still see a lot of the foundation of the animation. Still in, like...
That's enough, Mr. Min.
Modern Assassin's Creed games, too. It's just more fluid connectivity between animations.
All right.
Also, it's going to be interesting... once I get to the point in which I actually need to climb something. Because climbing has been improved so much over the years. And jumping all the way... Yeah, it's Kristen Bell.
I told you he'd be fine.
Bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me. You strapped me into that thing.
Animus. It's an animus.
Alright, I'm gonna have to wait before I can put
I
subtitles.
don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a martini?
We know who you are, what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play coy with me. There isn't time. You're an assassin. And whether you realize it or not, you've got something that my employers want. Locked away in that head of yours.
But I'm not an assassin. Not anymore.
Yes.
I gave up
father
that life.
indicated as much. Something about an escape. Most fortunate for us.
What do you want from me?
For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
I am not going back in there.
Then we'll induce a coma and continue our work. When we're done, you'll be left to die. Truth be told, the only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us time.
You're insane.
So what is it, Mr. Miles? Live or die?
Live or die.
Lie down.
Make your choice. Also, it's interesting that your camera angles of Desmond Miles in that sequence feel as though you're watching him through security footage.
Whoa. Where am I?
You're inside the Animus.
Kristen Bell.
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
Genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
That's just animal instinct.
Now you're arguing semantics, Mr. Miles. Whatever you call it, the fact remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
And the Animus lets you decode and read these DNA files.
Precisely.
But there's a problem. This is the specific memory we're trying to access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
We want you to get to the end of the game, but it's forcing you to play from the beginning.
Patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it. This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start. I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
Okay, first off, it's interesting the idea that it's presented that, like, this idea of genetic information, which presents the idea that, like, and that comparison to animal instinct, because animals have
Data stream unstable.
access to animal
Attempting
instinct,
to restore synchronization.
whereas, like, if you have...
Subject 17.
There we go. If you have access to... If you have your genetic information that's passed on from one another, like, how can you necessarily access it? Is there no... Wow. I don't think there is a subtitles option. Okay, I guess that's what I'm going to be doing in cutscenes, is not talking.
This tutorial has been prepared in order to better acclimate you to the Animus's control
But yeah,
system.
there's no
Instructions
access
will
to
follow
the
shortly.
genetic information. And also, does this present...
synchronization bar represents how in sync you are with your ancestors' memories. If you ever fall completely out of sync, the Animus will restore you to your last synchronized position.
Like, this
You
also
are
presents the
currently
idea that a
dangerously close to
person's
desynchronization.
ancestors'
Please
memories
follow
are
all
constantly
forthcoming
being
instructions
added
in
upon.
order to restore
Like,
system
at what point
stability.
does a person's DNA strand become full of
Animus
ancestral
utilizes
information?
a puppeteering concept to control the actions of your
Oh my
ancestors.
gosh.
I'm loading subroutines to validate your body's adaptation
Wow.
to the Animus. We will begin by exploring the default actions of each input.
Okay. Wow. You know, I forgot that was the origins of the control system.
Observe your environment.
Because the Y is your head, the A is your legs, and the X and B are your hands. Wow.
Good. Now use your empty hand to walk through these jar carriers without causing them to drop what they're holding. Proceed to the marker to continue the synchronization process.
You will not stop me, jar carriers. I am the gentlest of pushers. I will only mildly grope you as I proceed.
Well done. The Animus differentiates between two fundamental actions: low profile and high profile. Low profile actions are socially acceptable. High profile actions are more action.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see like
Hold
the
high
origins of a
profile
lot of
button
these
to see how your heads-up display
functions,
changes
again.
the context of the puppeteering
because like you get so used to the iterations of each version.
Excellent. We will continue your
That sometimes it's hard to
synchronization
remember where
process by
everything
testing some
began.
high-profile actions. Grab and throw this individual onto the marker by using the empty hand button in high profile.
Yeah, take that.
Using your legs button in high profile will allow you to sprint. Sprinting is useful to escape from soldiers or to get closer to a fleeing target. However, be careful not to bump into anyone, for you can lose your balance and tumble to the ground. While sprinting, reach the marker before this man does.
I'll stop you. I can do it.
Well done.
I'm the best at sprinting.
The Animus will also provide other important information. The social status icon gives you information on your social status.
Exposed,
The different
cooldown,
states will be
vanishing,
explained in
vanished,
context
and
soon.
anonymous.
This icon appears when a soldier is looking at you. The yellow color means the soldier is either unaware or suspicious of who you are. To illustrate the change in awareness level, you will stealth assassinate this soldier. First, lock onto your target.
Ah.
Now, select your hidden blade. With your blade selected, walk up to the soldier and assassinate him by using your armed hand button.
Consider it done. And see, like, that hidden blade assassination, it manages to emphasize the action just out of the sound effect alone. It doesn't need any screen shaking to make it seem like it's tough.
The dead body has alerted the soldier and changed his awareness to informed, as represented by the red witness indicator. Aggressive actions or socially unacceptable behavior undertaken at this time will likely provoke an armed response. Provoke this soldier.
Take
Notice
that!
how the social status icon has changed to exposed. Use the ladder and try to break the line of sight.
No, you won't.
Excellent. The line of sight has been broken. Now, run into the roof garden to hide from the soldier.
It's a good thing that they've got these roof gardens everywhere in the city.
Your social status indicates that you are hidden, but the soldier is still looking for you. Wait until your social status changes again.
The soldier's all like, where did he go?
All better things to do.
Why do I speak in a really loud English
Well
accent?
done.
Well, I
The
guess
soldier has
he's a
lost your
Templar.
track.
He probably
You are
traveled
now
from
anonymous.
England?
You can
Did he?
exit the hide spot. Excellent. Being anonymous will fill your
I can't say I've
synchronization
actually
bar
looked up
and make your job
what the
as an
Crusades were all
assassin
about.
easier. There are different places which you can use to hide. However, you must always break the line of sight first, and then use a hide spot to vanish.
You can vanish on a bench, in a haystack, in a roof garden, in a scholar. People are like, wow, look at those guys who are just walking slowly, their hands clasped. They are so
Let us
smart.
continue with a demonstration of Blend. Blend can be activated with the passive use of your legs. You can mimic a scholar and pass near soldiers without arousing suspicion. Use this to reach the marker behind the soldiers.
They're like, wow, look at that man. He's so passive and illustrious in his intelligence. I'm not going to mess around with this scholarly
Good.
folk. All right.
Now that you are fully synced, a new ability is available to you. Referred to as Eagle Vision, this sixth sense helped your ancestor understand the intentions of people around him. Well done.
Information, assassination target, soldier, ally. All right. I'll do my best to remember this, although I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose like all of that health. Because of the
Eagle
prologue
Vision
mission,
will
I think
only be
gets you
available
stabbed.
Once you are fully synced. Please note that following the Assassin's Creed, your ancestor's way of life will assist you with staying in sync. The creed consists of 3 tenets. First, never hurt an innocent person. Second, always be discreet. Third, do not compromise the clan. Should you lose sync, you can restore synchronization by reliving key moments of your ancestor's life.
Or restoring
by
from
respecting
checkpoint.
the creed.
Although this is it's kind of interesting
You have
that
successfully completed the tutorial.
they're presenting
Most of the memory block
a
will now be lifted.
checkpoint and actually a gameplay element as story content, as in story meaning. Like when you're playing the game,
Wait! There must be another way. This one need not die.
I'm just gonna murder everyone.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Not fortune, skill. Watch a while longer and you might learn something.
Indeed. He'll teach you how to disregard everything the Masters taught us.
And how would you have done it?
I would not have drawn attention to us. I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the creed.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Understand these words. It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
But this is not the way of...
My way is better.
Ah,
I'll
yes.
scout ahead.
And then his
Try not to dishonor us further.
What is our mission? My brother would say nothing to me. Only that I should be honored to have been invited.
The Master believes the Templars have found something beneath the Temple Mount.
Treasure?
I do not know. All that matters is the Master considers it important. Else he would not have asked me to retrieve it.
yeah, that combination of details, like you shouldn't kill the innocents, you shouldn't kill this man. Also, nothing is true and everything is permitted. Like, what does that even mean in combination with each other? You know, I've got to say, this still feels pretty solid. Like, I'm sure I'm going to reach glaring points where things feel more awkward than other things. Especially once I reach combat, where everything is more...
The Ark of the Covenant?
Don't be silly. There's no such thing. It's just a story.
Then what is it?
Quiet! Someone's coming.
I want us through this gate before sunrise. The sooner we possess it, the sooner we can turn our attention to those jackals at Masyaf.
Robert de Sable. His life is mine.
No. We were asked to retrieve the treasure and deal with Robert only if necessary.
He stands between us and it. I'd say it's necessary.
Discretion, Altair!
You mean cowardice. That man is our greatest enemy, and here we have a chance to be rid of him.
You have already broken 2 tenets of our creed. Now you would break the 3rd. Do not compromise the Brotherhood.
I am your superior, in both title and ability. You should know better than to question me.
Also, it's interesting that Altair is presented in such a fashion that you can't actually see his face during these dialogue scenes. Like, you see more of... Even during the glitch scenes, you only see more of the people who are with him. Oh my gosh. Maybe I spoke too soon. How do I... Is there a way to slide down? I don't think there's a way to slide down ladders.
Hold, Templars! You are not the only ones with business here.
Well, this explains my missing man. And what is it you want?
Your blood.
Blood.
Oh no, I failed.
Things in which you meddle, assassin. I spare you only that you may return to your master and deliver a message. The Holy Land is lost to him and his. He should flee now while he has the chance. Stay, and all of you will die.
And then I've gotten the other 2 assassins killed. Oh yeah, and this results in
To arms! Kill the assassins!
this results in Altair getting his finger chopped, I believe. And that's the entire idea that leads to the idea that like, in order for and also notice that nice camera pan up to show the way forward, that nice Prince of Persia-esque camera move, which is interesting because of how much Prince of Persia just used, how much Assassin's Creed used Prince of Persia as a foundation, and then when Ubisoft would eventually reboot the Prince of Persia franchise, they would end up using the Assassin's Creed engine for Prince of Persia. But yeah, like the whole idea that you need to cut off your finger in order to use the hidden blade. And then eventually in the series, like, there is a character that makes a reference to that idea, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, that was just whole of a that was not necessary."
Skipping part of memory to a more recent one.
Fast forwarding to a more interesting memory.
Altair, you've returned.
Raouf.
It is good to see you unharmed. I trust your mission was a success.
Nope.
Is the master in his tower?
Yes, buried in his books as always. No doubt he expects...
Or no, the master just
My thanks,
stabs you outright.
Safety and peace, Altair.
On you as well.
He just stabs you in the gut, and then you're like, "Wait, what happened?" And then it cuts a couple weeks later after you've recovered. And it's up to Altair to both recover, which is why he loses all of his health, and goes back down to a beginner, so to speak. And all the assassins in the nearby temples kind of look at you as both a novice and a little bit of a failure. But it also gives him a chance to redeem himself. Also kind of odd that you can just run around stabbing everybody, but that does desynchronize you. Like if you, because that's not actions that Altair would have done. Nope, not that way. But yeah, the assassin's hideout is way up top of the tower. Pretty open. They're pretty open about their hideout. It's not exactly like Ezio's Ezio Auditore de Firenze. His hideout is essentially just his family home. So the idea of people knowing that his hideout was the place is more privileged information.
He returns at last. Abbas. Where are the others? Did you ride ahead hoping to be the first one back? I know you are loath to share the glory. Silence is just another form of assent.
Have you nothing better to do?
I bring word from the Master. He waits for you in the library. Best hurry. No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
Another word and I'll put my blade to your throat.
There'll be plenty of time for that later.
Also, I believe with just this game, the protagonist has that strong American accent, whereas like Altair has that American accent, whereas like Ezio doesn't. Later characters don't. Everybody has more regional accents, whereas Altair does not. Though I think the idea for that is because everything is more or less translated by the Animus to Desmond Miles. Like, he hears the translated version. He doesn't actually hear Altair speak. He hears the translated version of Altair speaking.
Altair.
Master.
Come forward. Tell me of your mission.
I failed.
I trust you have recovered the Templar's treasure.
There was some trouble, Master. Robert de Sable was not alone.
When does our work ever go as expected? It's our ability to adapt that makes us who we are.
This time it was not enough.
What do you mean?
I have failed you.
The treasure?
Lost to us.
And Robert?
Escaped.
I send you, my best man, to complete a mission more important than any that has come before. And you return to me with nothing but apologies and excuses.
I did.
Do not speak! Not another word! This is not what I expected. We'll need to mount another force.
I swear to you I'll find him. I'll go in.
No! You'll do nothing. You've done enough. Where are Malik and Kadar?
Yeah, they're dead.
No! Not dead.
Oh, no.
Malik?
I still live at least.
And your brother?
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the roof. There was no way back. Nothing I could do.
Because you would not heed my warning! All of this could have been avoided! And my brother would still be alive!
Who would have thought somebody
nearly cost us victory today?
Who lived in as an assassin would risk their
I
life?
what your favorite failed to find. Here. Take it.
Oh.
Though it seems I've returned with more than just their treasure.
Master, we are under attack. Robert de Sable lays siege to Masyaf's village.
So he seeks a battle. Very well. I'll not deny him.
Oh, yeah.
Go. Inform the others. The fortress must be prepared.
Okay, this gives you a chance.
Our discussion will have to wait. You must make for the village. Destroy these invaders. Drive them from our home.
It will be done.
Yeah, this gives you a chance to tutorialize combat. And then, like, the master thanks you by just stabbing you in the gut, I think. Like I said, it's been like over a decade since I've played this game. It's interesting how big the minimap is, though.
Altair, it's good you've come. We need your help.
What's happened?
Templars. They attacked the village. Most of our people were able to get away. Most, but not all.
What do you need me to do?
Distract the Templars. Keep them occupied while I rescue those still trapped inside.
As you wish.
Our assassins mostly were able to escape. Mostly. Okay, up is hidden blade, down is fists, left is throwing knives, right is sword. We will use the sword. Now, I remember Assassin's Creed 1 having a more slow, methodical combat. Before, like, later on, it became more focused on countering people. Alright, let's try some defensive moves. There we go. Actually, that was a pretty good counter. Yeah, that was... Yeah, definitely focus... Maybe I spoke too soon. And I just misremembered that Assassin's Creed 1 was also all about countering people, because those were some pretty good counters. Yeah. Oh, hello. Alright, which way do I go? Also, what is up with the... Oh. Yeah, this is definitely the way. The way of the passive fist. Greetings and salutations, sir. Yeah, I'm not even really timing it that much. I'm just kind of... Okay, maybe I should time it. There we go. Maybe I should time it instead of not at all. Oh. Greetings and salutations, sir. Excuse me. There we go. Hello, sir.
Kill the assassin.
There we go. Excellent. At the very least, this is giving me practice on the actual counter.
Break off the attack and return to Masya. Al-Mu'allim commands it.
Are we retreating immediately?
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Ugh. Alright, so we've beaten back the Templars.
Altair, come. Al-Mu'allim's not done with us yet.
Where are we going?
Oh yeah, and now this combines
plan for our guests. Just do as I do. It should become clear soon enough.
and this combines movement with planning your attack, which is itself a large amount of Assassin's Creed 1. And a little bit of a good amount of Assassin's Creed 2, and less of Brotherhood, and then less of Revelations, and then much... oh, jeez. Like, the whole idea of planning attacks kind of disappears.
Stand on that platform, Altair.
Ah! It teaches me an eagle dive.
Heretic! Return what you have stolen from me!
You've no claim to it, Robert. Take yourself from here before I'm forced to thin your ranks further.
You play a dangerous game!
I assure you, this is no game.
So be it! Bring forth the hostage!
Oh no, it's this guy. And then you murdered him immediately. Like, he's not much of a hostage.
Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your fortress crumbles from within? How disciplined will your men remain when the wells run dry and their food is gone?
My men do not fear death, Robert. They welcome it, and the rewards it brings.
Good. And they shall have it all around.
Follow me, and do so without hesitation.
Show this fool knight what it is to have no fear. Go to God!
A leap of faith. Oh, yeah, that guy missed.
Quiet, or the Templars will hear us.
Oh. Oh.
I'll stay behind and tend to him. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
But I'd rather run in high profile. Is it actually easier? Will I fall if I run on a beam in high profile? The answer is so far no, so I will assume it is always no. I remember when the game had to specifically show you handholds, rather than just be like, yep, just hold up. You're good to go. There we go. And then a little bit more up there. I mean, like, this is, I suppose, is made to be more about that realistic type of climbing. Like the idea that you would need handholds in order to lift yourself up these walls. Oh no! Oh my. Zeesh.
To a more recent one.
You did well to drive Robert from here. His force is broken. It shall be a long while before he troubles us again. Tell me, do you know why it is you are successful?
Because I'm best.
Were it that you'd listened in Solomon's temple, Altair, all of this would have been avoided.
I did as I was asked.
No, you did as you pleased. Malik has told me of the arrogance you displayed, your disregard for our ways.
What are you doing?
I'm stabbing you.
We are nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's creed.
The Assassins.
Which you seem to forget. I will remind you. First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
And stay your tongue, unless I give you leave to use it. If you are so familiar with this tenant, then why did you kill the old man inside the temple? He was innocent. He did not need to die. Your insolence knows no bounds. Make humble your heart, child, or I swear I'll tear it from you with my own hands. The second tenet is that which gives us strength. Hide in plain sight. Let the people mask you such that you become one with the crowd. Do you remember? Because as I hear it, you chose to expose yourself, drawing attention before you'd struck.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
Third and final tenet.
You're not wrong.
The worst of all your betrayals. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Yet your selfish act beneath Jerusalem placed us all in danger. Worse still, you brought the enemy to our home.
And it got a few people killed.
Today was lost because of you. I am sorry. Truly I am. But I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace be upon you, Altair.
Yeah, harsh. But and an interesting plot twist.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we need to be.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another hour or two?
Why don't we discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine.
We do not want to melt his brain within the Animus chamber. So yeah, it made for an interesting plot twist back in the day. The fact that you would, your character would be like immediately stabbed at the beginning. But it also makes for an interesting way for your character to lose their abilities, their powers.
Questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that, too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines. But I'm smart enough not to challenge them. Do you want to wind up like Layla?
I know the accident has everyone on edge.
Which is why there's no time to coddle him.
If you push him too hard, he'll shut down. And then we'll have nothing.
We have nothing now.
But we will. You just need to have a little faith.
Fine. But I want you thinking of ways to improve his staying power. We can't afford to stop every time the man breaks a sweat. It's bad enough we have to traipse through all of these useless memories.
I'll do what I can.
This useless history. Also, Desmond's cell. Pretty awesome. Gets more awesome by the end of the game. When the mystery box truly reveals itself. Welcome back.
We're done for today, Mr. Miles. I suggest you return to your room and get some rest.
Very well done.
Damn it, they locked the door.
Who would have expected that? Now I've got no choice but to just lay down and sleep. And have dreams about symbols.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc.
That is a little
You're
creepy.
Standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
But then thus becomes...
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education, re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution.
If only we could just kill off a whole bunch of people. That would be the way to work it. Oh my gosh. This guy, his devotion to the Templars is too strong. I don't think I can actually use this laptop while these people are around. I have to actually wait for them to leave. Now, Kristen, whatever your name is actually in this game, can I talk to you? Nope. I think she just wants me to jump into the Animus.
Sit down, please. Ready when you are.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna call it for the night.
Whenever you're ready.
If you got any suggestions for someone to play next, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
You forget how the Animus works? Select a memory on the menu in front of you and let's begin.